have like a reduced movement speed. It just feels to me that like we're moving a hell of a lot less than we normally do. Or not a whole hell of a lot, but at least somewhat a noticeable degree. But I think I'd be tripping. We are currently still in first place, which is nice. And yes, I do plan on going to war with the Broken Lords at some point. Should probably adjust the description of our video here, at least when I start chopping them up into individual episodes, that we are playing on the slower game speed, by the way, which would be like comparable to the epic game speed in Civ 5. All right, let's go ahead and use one of our volcano formers. We are absolutely going to want to do that here. Now, as you can see, it does all 7 tiles. But unfortunately, you're going to have to get a little bit of redundancy. So when I start to expand, like I'm going to probably want to have to place one here or here, for instance. Okay, so we placed you guys. And it'll take 8 turns for it to actually finish. What the fuck, man? Hold up. Find and talk to the other Saratan village located in the same region. There's 2 Saratan villages here. I have a motherfucking hero-led army here. We got the hero. We got the unit. We come up here. We attempted to talk to these guys. It's got to be bugged out. There's no other... Although there is fog over here. Maybe I'm stupid. I'm talking all this shit, and it'll turn out I'm wrong. It's just been hiding this entire time. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Happens all the time when you play this game. Because there'll be that one little hex of fog. Nice, we get 15 spices. Gives us some extra food when we pop it. Let's go up here, please. We are building this settler over here, so we probably... Oop. Let's move you over to production as well. Actually, I think we can get away with maybe a little bit more science. Getting ever so closer to finishing up our wonder here, the museum. Very much looking forward to actually finishing this. And then I absolutely positively need to start working on that altar. And I think we want to get some Kazandis, because they're pretty dead sexy. And let's end our turn. Ah, there it is. God damn it. We do have a swift conflux here, which is very handy. It'll make getting out of this little forest over here a lot easier. Unfortunately, we're out of turns. Out of movement. Motherfucker! Dude, when our hero was like way up here, I swear to God, we were able to see around these mountains. But apparently not. Apparently there were like these, I think 3 or 4 tiles over here that were still completely hidden by this little mountain range. Stupid. Stupid of me. Not stupid to the game. Finally. Hey, Amplitude. Got a bug here. These shits are supposed to actually automatically pop up. And like I'm clicking on it and it's doing nothing. Which means we have to go into the actual quest screen itself to find out what we're getting. So... it was the end of the quest. We completed it. It should be the last one. Too many chiefs. So there we go. We completed this successfully. We have now pacified the Saratan, which means that when we colonize this area, we'll have both of these Saratan guys. We just need to assimilate them if we do indeed choose to do that. I might do that just because there's 2 of them. I forget what their bonuses are, though. I think they give you, like, defensive bonuses. Don't quote me on that, though. Nothing else we can do. Kind of stuck just sitting on our hands for the moment. So we finished up our sewer system. There we go. Booyah. We have actually completed all 3 legendary tasks for the first era. Fabulous. Also, Amplitude, if you guys are watching, hey, you know what? When I get the little pop-up here saying that my technology is finished and I need to choose a new one, it'd be really nice if the rest of these pop-ups didn't start popping up. These event toasts didn't fucking pop up when I'm trying to attend to the one. That's really terrible UI. Awful. Can't these things fucking wait? It would be nice if they popped up after I was done with the research screen instead of just having piles of UI screens that I've got to click through. Just makes no sense to me. We don't really have to worry about the extractors, but this is kind of an important technology. I'm not going to get it yet. I think our best course of action, since we are going to have access to glass steel from the one mine. Do I want to get weapons or do I want to get armor? I think we probably want to go after weapons first. Okay, this will give us more militia and some more fortifications. I don't really care. You know what? Let's get a public library as well. Okay. The question is, what do I want to do with myself? With these units? I suppose we'll start to move south because we now have the settler and the geomancer. So we'll start moving you guys over. Just try to link them up. Provide a little bit of a safe passage up here. Alright, let's end our turn. We got 3 turns, 2 turns now on our Altar of Auriga. And we'll be able to get one of the blessings, finally. Let's move you guys up. And then I think we'll actually use my hero to explore these ruins. So we got 80 dust. You have no more movement. You have plenty. Also, the way it works is when you move all of your units together like this, they're going to take the movement speed of your slowest person, obviously. So, you know, that's why it dropped down from like having a max of 10 movement down to 4. It sucks, but it is what it is. It totally makes sense. Not bitching about it, just trying to explain. I think once I clear this forest, I'm going to detach my settler and just have them move up here. Because I'd like to have the rest access to the rest of my army so I can, say, explore around here. Although, truth be told, I should be coming down here to the Broken Lords territory. We already know where their city's at, because if you take a look, if we zoom out a little bit, you see these, like, the little, like, cobblestones that looks like streets. These are districts. That's part of his city. That means his city is probably founded right here in this little nook, which sucks because when you zoom in a little bit more, you can see the rock wall. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to attack from this top terrain here. I think I'm going to end up having to come down here. And he's going to get some crazy defensive bonuses. Or maybe it's not right here. Maybe this is a district, like an actual expansion. Because if he did this, the rest of this would be like that. Yeah, we're gonna go down there and explore here in a moment. Just want to get my third city up and running. Finally. See, the Altar of Auriga is a sacred building to those who live upon her. It is a center of ancient power from the times even before the Endless. By bringing her pearls here and unlocking the altar's blessings, powerful magical effects can be applied to a city, a region, or empire. So every winter, you really want to try to min-max your pearls, because first of all, you unlock these things, right? The ones that are highlighted white, obviously, are the ones that you can get access to. But a lot of these have buildings that you can build For instance, this one has this this like tower, right? Like a kind of like a guard tower kind of thing, and it costs 10 pearls to build it. So not only do you need 10 pearls to unlock this, but you're going to need pearls to actually start building the buildings. Like for instance, I think the Nyctalopian lenses, I think that requires 10 pearls to build, apart from the just unlocking it. So we'll go ahead and unlock it, the lenses. Obviously, we don't have enough pearls to actually start building it, which is fine. So I've got the museum and the altar for my first 2 districts. I think we build the sewer system maybe 3rd. I should actually probably get this extractor out of the way first, because the longer we have it, the longer we're going to accumulate these. Yes. Okay, I think everything else looks pretty good. Let's queue up a sewer system over here in Slick. Okay, can I... Okay, you're out of movement. Alright, so next turn I'll be able to do this. I'm hoping I'm not making like a big strategic mistake here by colonizing Menavin instead of Yusta. Because man, this is a powerful location here with all these anomalies and whatnot. And it's next door to both of my other provinces. I'm kind of nonplussed. Not sure what I want to do here. Oh, by the way, we're no longer building that settler. Should probably at least keep one person on food. Of course. We did have a wandering army around here, so I'm actually going to move my people up a little bit and then detach you. We'll do that. And then we'll move you up 1 just to give my settlers a little bit of a buffer in case these Saratan end up attacking me. Okay. So as you can see, the boosters have went away, right? And we probably don't have the luxury resources to keep activating them. So that's why I wanted to make sure that we start getting the sewer systems up and built. Okay, these Driders are support units. You know what? Let's go ahead and fight. Some of these battles we're going to do auto-resolve on. But I think for the beginning here, we'll go ahead and do it like this. Okay, let's move all of you guys up. You are a support unit, so let's move you up as well. I do have the initiative, which is great. My hero is going to go first, so let's have you attack. And then, so we can have our support unit, if you notice the green arrow, they cast Geomancy. It gives you the varying degrees of bonuses. So if I give it to them, since we're not on volcanic terrain or forest terrain, they'll get some defense. So hey, Amplitude, this is another really good quality of life feature that I think you should have in these tooltips, right? How long does this spell last? This Geomancy, if I cast it on my unit, does it last just for that turn, or does it last for a couple of turns? Or does it last for the entire duration of the fight? Because I know some spells, they only last for like a couple of turns. But for as far as the Kapaku here, I really don't know how long this lasts for. I wish I did. Since my Geomancers go second, we're actually gonna, I think, boost up my Stone Sentinels here. And then we have my Settlers. We're gonna actually set you to defend. We're gonna move you up 1. Don't really want my Settlers to attack. Just keep them there as like kind of a just in case unit. Nice to see that we got total defense here. I think we could probably blast these guys. Let's go ahead and launch this. Getting some really good defense rolls. So the units work with some degree of autonomy, if that isn't obvious. I did tell my geomancers here to actually attack, but because they couldn't get in range, I think they instead buffed up these my settlers here. So they get stone skin for 3 turns. That answers that. Okay, I understand amplitude. I understand that it's here, but like if I'm targeting my unit, right, and I'm hovering over geomancy, I want that to tell me how many fucking turns, because I want to know if it's worth it for me to do it then. Because if it's only going to last for 1 turn, then obviously initiative is going to pretty much relegate how I'm going to do it. So it should be there preemptively in this. I shouldn't have to fucking experiment and have them cast it to be able to find out. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work like that. I want you guys to attack, please. You guys attack them. Okay, so we got our orders. Let's go ahead and launch. Here's going to take out, almost take them out. Okay, so my mages are. Nice, got another huge defensive roll there. Perfect. We get a little bit of experience. It's pretty fabulous. So as far as our settlers go, we want you to move up here. And found our new city, please. Yes, indeed. We can't assimilate them, remember. But we will. Oh, yes. We have 3 cities here. It is unbelievably good. Now let's start moving our way south. Because like I was saying before. So I have another volcano former. And some of these places... I think it's time for me to build an expansion. So 3 food, 6 production, like no science. I think we'll go. Okay, so one thing you got to worry about or worry out for, if you hover over this province, you can see the highlighted kind of like pulsating border, right? And you gotta want to keep that in mind when you expand. So if I expand to the west and slightly to the southwest, that's gonna kind of put a damper on things. So this is pretty much as far as I can expand to if I want to keep leveling up districts. Just something to be conscientious of. I think I'm gonna outright just buy the 1 titanium extractor, so we can get at least one of them out of the way. Which means I can bump up my borough streets. Sewer system first. Alright, Menavin. I think you probably need a sewer system first. Although you really need money. Yeah, we'll do this. Oh, oh. So we get a little bit of security. We're not getting any bonuses from that. I'd rather have the Glassdale earlier, actually. It's been a while. Let's actually hard save our game. And no, that's Kopaku at turn 46. But I got up to like turn 150 or something like that, 160. I was just overwriting the same save file. It just took me until the 46th turn before I realized that I wanted to save my game. And you don't want to know something? I think it's time for me to take a little bit of a break. It's been well over like an hour and a half since I last taken one. So I'll be back in just a few. All right. Let's get everything set back up here. I had to take a few extra minutes there, ladies and gentlemen. I have to feed my cats. Got a chance to actually get up and stretch the legs a little bit more than I normally would have during a break. Okay, so where were we? Let's see here. You are producing what? Titanium extractor, okay. You know, I was going to mention, first of all, I am live streaming this, obviously, right? But for those of you that are going to be watching this in the future, or the people that are watching right now and just don't know, I'm going to basically do what I normally do, is take my entire live stream and basically just chop it up into individual episodes, probably like 30 minutes long, 30, 35 minutes. And then regular, like non-live versions will probably be, you know, your regular like 40, 45 minutes long. Just kind of a quick FYI there. And shit, there was something else I was going to mention, but now I just totally had a brain fart. I don't remember. Whatever. Oh, you know, that's what I was going to say. Is going to make the comparison to Civ 5 again. The way it works is basically the same way it works in Civ 5, where if you build cities, it reduces your approval rating. That's first of all. And then secondly, your empire plans. So we don't actually have an empire plan, but these will become more expensive the more cities you found. And since we're only producing a little bit of influence, you know what? I think I'm actually going to put another person on food. Because I'm tired of not growing people here. We got such a small amount. Let's end our turn. Finally, we're in the second era. So here you go. Iron tier weapons 2 are available. Okay, so newly trained units will now be veterans. They'll be level 2, and they'll cost more. So obviously the scale makes sense. Watchtower foundations are revealed. I'll show you those on the maps. As a matter of fact, you could see one right now. It's this little eyeball here. That's where you can place the watchtowers. We could do higher level empire plans, which is good. And we get new legendary shits. Okay, so my militia has leveled up in Wakanda. Wakanda forever! We could go for a public library, or I could start working on tier 2 or era 2 technology. Okay, so here's our new challenges, right? This is a legendary deed. Be the first to attack and defend at least 10 armies of other empires in order to gain this reward. So this is a legendary deed that would be like if we were doing one of those like really distressed maps where there's like truly limited resources, where we put like as many civilizations as we can fit into a map that'll allow us. Or it's going to be something that's going to be achieved like later on in the game. We got another deed here. Be the first to have a city's total income from primary trade routes of at least 20 dust in order to gain the reward. Not going to have that until we get the do the technology. I think the Imperial Highways. And then we have a building here. We need glass steel, which we are going to be on top of very shortly. Okay, so we got our titanium extractor. All right, now here's where we got to talk about the seaborne things. So the last expansion, Tempest, added in the one waterborne civilization, the Mogwar. But it also added in a whole bunch of really cool mechanics here with the water. It basically added in the storm effects and everything, and then the different like tile effects and stuff, but mainly on the water. But you can see this thing right here. It's an unrevealed facility, and it'll be attached to basically another one of these things that'll look like have a lighthouse icon. You can gain control of these, and then they usually have like these little add-ons here, which will produce like either a strategic or a luxury resource. So it's good to have, but you also need to like basically garrison a whole bunch of ships in there to control it. So every era will unlock new facilities. So right now, if we came down here with a ship or an embarked unit, we could talk to these guys and they would give us a quest, and if we fulfilled the quest, we'd gain control of the facility itself. But since we haven't unlocked this facility yet, we don't know what it is, so it won't produce that until it's revealed. So I think what I was going to do originally was take my units down, because we still want to attack the Broken Lords. And if we go into the diplomacy screen here, both empires, right, we know that. So they're indifferent. They've got a lower score than us. Lower number of cities. So they don't care that I'm still ahead of them point-wise. Probably because the spread on it isn't too bad. Do I really need to be building a unit right now? I think the answer to that question is yes. I think we're gonna stay our course here. Would actually like to grow this area a little bit. Holy Jesus, we don't need quite as many people on here. So it's gonna be... There we go. So we'll keep it at 1 turn. Keep the rest of these guys on production, obviously. We are losing money on this city. But that should be fixed with this whole Empire Mint. Okay. Let's stop dicking around here. Let's end the turn. Just need those Kazanji units. I think we'll be alright. You know, wait, actually, which ones am I building? Oh, fuck, I'm building the Range Slayers. So that's going to be good against the Windwalkers, but not against the Broken Lords. It's kind of a little bit of an oversight there. Let's go back to our territory. Do I really have to get the public library right now? And I think the answer to that question is no. I'd really like... Yes, there is a technology here that unlocks the ability to sign peace treaties in this game. So we're in the Cold War status right now. If you want to get out of the Cold War status, you basically sign a peace treaty. I think we're going to go with Imperial Highways first. It'll unlock the right-of-way, which is basically our trade building, and then the watchtower. I think that's the most pertinent thing we should research. Okay. But otherwise, we're on, like, I think, what, a 3-turn clock here for our Kazanji. And we may actually have enough units to do some damage. Let's go ahead and pick up this pearl here. And that was a shit ton of pearls. Ooh. Definitely give me access to the lens here. We are kind of hurting on science. Like, no joke. I think we're going to go ahead and build this. There's one down. Okay, let's take you out of the city. Wow, their movement is ridiculous. Yeah, I really need to get my Empire approval. It's terrible. We do have a whole shit ton of emeralds. I just don't need the fortification now. More food. So I need 20 to do that. So the only one I'm able to pop right now is the emeralds. So that'll be a really good luxury resource to pop when we're at war. But not right now. Yes, we are wanting more approval, but this is better. I still want to grow the city. Let's just keep on keeping on. As far as that goes. And then obviously... So one thing to keep in mind is after this Kazanji is built, eventually this Dogreshi or Dorgeshi village is going to get rebuilt, and we're going to want to speak with them because they're going to have a quest for us. And then until we get the applicable technology, unfortunately, if you look down here at the bottom of the screen, we can only fit 4 units in a stack. Okay, so winter's started. I will take my Kazanji, please. And we'll just go ahead and move you down. We are fucking losing money like nobody's business. I think I could probably fix that. So we don't really need that much. Let's put 1 guy over here. 2 guys. Really need to adjust my income.